So bring it on. Height, expectation, emotion, and the game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football. To be pushed off a piece of it. So off we go then. Well, if you're looking for a match winner down there, Peter, we can't ignore Gabriel Batistuta, or Batigol, as he's become known. Nobody would ignore him. He has all the attributes, Peter, and the list is too long for me to mention them now. I'll settle on lethal. Decent shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there. Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. And we have our very first corner. Oh, smashing header! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. Bale. Mbappe, and it's spewed away. He's trying to shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. There could be trouble here. Great chance! It's there! Al Nassr take the lead! And it has to be said, an absolute gift. Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there. So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Brilliantly cut out. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Hello. You won't be happy with that one. And here's Vieira. Cruyff, a true great in every sense of the word. And it's Vieira. Vieira running with the ball. Pirlo did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Czech claims comfortably. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Costa Curta. Koulibaly. pass is somewhat less than ideal, and they should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor. Isco. Now it's Matche. Vieira. And that interception was most necessary. That was well played, well stopped. Neymar going face to face with his great rival. Forwards with intent. And it's Cruyff. Short changes it with that pass. Rodri. Maldini. Here's Vieira. And this is Isco. Batistuta. Cafu gets good distance. There's the whistle for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. On the evidence of what we've seen, there weren't their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force... On the evidence of what we've seen...
The issue that bit more.
Al Nassr, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And the action is back on the way. Al Nassr, Kefim, slenderest of leads.
A little see them show the ambition and adventure to go.
Batistuta! And it's in! They have come roaring back!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Now it's Isco. Oh, that's nice. Batistuta. Al Nassr have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 20.
Al Nassr have their second corner now.
Coming on the field is number 17, Fernando Torres. Substitution in.
Torres tries to clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Vieira. Al Nassr looking to pass their way through. And the shot! Goal! And they're back in front. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
He's had a shot! It's there! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Al Nassr take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now it's Messi. And here's Torres. Vieira, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Barcelona finding their passes.
5 minutes added time.
Vieira. Van Nistelrooy. Kaká. And he plays one through. It's Inzaghi! It's a goal kick. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's that, the end. Al Nassr can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactically, physically and mentally, all round the better side. It turned into a very, very smooth ride. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So off we go then. Raul. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, Aurelien Tchouameni is someone I see as being a real tour de force in that midfield. He's a tireless worker. I've heard so many people say he's just a nightmare to try and get away from. A real destroyer whose abilities on the counter...
And Batistuta! Oh, he's been caught on it here. In he goes again. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
Al Nassr definitely are on top of things in these early stages, Peter. If this is how they intend to go on, I think the opposition...
Oh, what a... Tries a shot! There it is! And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Al Nassr are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. It's a threatening ball.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And he's there to retrieve it. Rodri. That is good strength. And this is Batistuta. Baresi gets it clear. Al Nassr are behind here despite their domination of possession. And here's Mbappe. Isco. Great Mbappe! Opts to play it back. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Real pressure penalty, this. What a save by Diogo Costa! They want to be quick to recover this. Flashes it across.
Well played and well cleared.
Gerrard. Schneider. It's Schneider!
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
Oh, easy pickings there. Oh, Owen! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Now it's Bale. That is a great pick out. Raul with the clearance.
Al Nassr truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Raul was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Threads one in, and this is Owen.
Will be 1 minute added time.
Isco. And it's Isco. Plays a sharp little ball here. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Substitution in progress.
There's the start of the second half.
Al Nassr can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And Owen! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. And he's there to clear it. Al Nassr have the chance to go the other way. Van Nistelrooy. There he goes, motoring forward. Ah, such a clever touch. Swept in. Baresi gets good distance on it. Now who's going to be first to this? Schneider. And the shot! They've scored! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Al Nassr grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
This is a...
Mbappe! And it's in! And the comeback is complete! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
So we have a breakthrough, and Van Nistelrooy! It's a goal! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Al Nassr go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now it's Mbappe. Van Nistelrooy! He should have put that one away.
Van Nistelrooy really must be wondering how he hasn't put them 3 up. It was a very, very decent chance.
And he gets rid in a hurry. Looking to play him in. And the ball's come loose. And another try!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
In towards... Climbs up big! Mbappe gets flagged offside. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Cross into the box. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. 5 minutes to add. Chouameni aimed beyond the defence. Maldini, a player of legendary status. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that is as far as it goes. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy that was. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And already we're underway here. And here's Mbappe. Now it's Batistuta. Has a shot! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
Looking for the run. And here's Batistuta.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't...
Batistuta! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
Knocks it into space. Mbappe. Oh, that's a very deep... And the shot! It's in!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
So, a breakthrough already.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Quarter of an hour played. And this is shot, surely! That's really well cleared. And he's there to retrieve it.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Played towards the other side.
Good switch, that.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And here's Batistuta. Vieira! Khan claims it, and the danger passes. And the counter is on. Mbappe. Vieira. And he's in on goal. There's the shot! Goal! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Al Nassr are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Can he get it through? We've got 5 minutes till half-time. And this is Van Basten. Not the most accurate pass. And here's Messi. And this is Forlan. Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's being shifted off it. Driving forward.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Al Nassr really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Al Nassr in control at half-time, 2-0. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Al Nassr do appear to have made a half-time change.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
And this is Batistuta. Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Conte. And that has put paid to that. Couple of goals between the sides, and it's still early in the second half. He's in plenty of space here. That's tidy. Oh, that's fabulous. Hazard with the delivery. And it's hoisted clear. Kaká hangs one in, and he's gone looking for safety.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Now, can they get him away? Takes a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And the lead is extended still further. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Al Nassr find a position of real strength now.
Substitution on the field. Number 14.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Rodri. Coming on the field. Number 21.
Kaka proves too strong.
Number 2.
Vieira
Conte. Substitution.
to Azar. And it's Vieira. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And the pass is intercepted. Just a quarter of an hour to play. And here's Van Nistelrooy. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Owen. Now that looks a decent ball. It's Inzaghi! Outstanding save to keep that out.
Al Nassr certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
And we have our very first corner. And now they can spring out of defence. So 3-0 now, and surely there'll be no twists in the plot. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
And here's a player who has defined a generation. Hazard going full tilt down the left. Maldini. Conte. Torres. And they can counter here. Now it's João Pedro. And time is up. This is a side which is purring, picture perfect, a win they will relish, having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, the look on the manager's face.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Isco. He's the one with the magic feet, Peter. He's the kind of player who can change a game with a single touch, unlocking a defence or creating space to get a shot away. I'm assuming that he's been tasked with being the creator-in-chief here, and you can see him picking out runners and setting up people in that final third.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. Baresi. And it's Vieira. Now it's Batistuta. That's a little off target. Pele. Adriano. Bale. Al Nassr are looking to break at pace. And it's Isco. And here's Mbappe. That pass has been well intercepted. Isco is onto this. Isco!
He almost caught everyone out there the way he just eked out the room to get the shot in.
Now it's Isco. Isco running with the ball. He is just caressing the ball. Oh, well played. Baresi. Still goalless at the moment. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Vieira. Now it's Isco. Mbappe. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. That's an imaginative pass. Vieira. Lovely, now then. Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Caceres gets it away. And it's Bale. He's going for goal! Deftly away. Nicked it back promptly. It's Bale! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Bale. Vieira. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Now this... Bale! Al Nassr with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. He rises! Harmlessly behind. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. And we are up to the break.
Al Nassr ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action.
Substitution on the field. Number 11, Bale. Number 9.
And the action is back underway.
Number 14.
Al Nassr clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Messi. Number 17.
Now it's Mbappe. Shapes to shoot! Kaka gets it away. Al Nassr come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Shot could be on. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Kaka. Mbappe. Spread it left. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. And here's a player who has defined a generation. In with the challenge. And it's Isco. Al Nassr do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Now it's Mbappe. Koulibaly. Costa Curta. And here's the chance to counter. That's Vieira. That's a sharp pass. Now it's Inzaghi. Now it's Messi. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Vieira. Kaká. That's a shade optimistic.
Al Nassr clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Maldini. And it's Van Nistelrooy. And Van Nistelrooy! Good try, very good try, in fact.
Well, the keeper looks perplexed. That was hit with real ferocity.
Substitution on the field. Number 16.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Is number 2, Conte. Substitution in progress.
Well, the crowd's impatience is an indicator that they haven't quite given up on a goal just yet.
And he's in on goal. Messi. Messi! Oh, that's incredible! Finally, finally, finally! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Al Nassr take what looks to be a decisive... And Owen! And yes, it's there! We thought it was over! It's all square once more!
There will be 3
Piercing,
added time.
piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
And when the manager called on him, and that is it, the referee has seen enough. Decent game of football that, intense, intriguing, and both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. Messi claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So we're up and running. Can he get it through? And this is Rivaldo. And the shot! There it is!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive fit. Tries a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Bale, and he's managed to get free. Bale couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. That is good alertness. Now it's Mbappe. Rivaldo. Rivaldo going face-to-face with his great rival. And Messi! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Luis Suarez. He's having a shot!
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Costa Curta. And it's Vieira. Cannavaro makes the interception. Can he get on the end of this? It's not an especially... Oh, he's been caught on it here! Oh, shooting chance! Rivaldo. Vieira. Now it's Mbappe. There's the shot! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Quality ball. Now it's Neymar. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. He's picked his way through. Out of play for a goal kick.
Al Nassr certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Vieira. Mbappe. Bale. Now, can they get him away? Oh, just skips past his... And a shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Ah, that's a shame, Peter. Such a great run, but he didn't have that clinical edge.
Thuram. Threads one in. It's a promising position. And this is... Decent chance! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Good effort, and it is right on half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Substitution on the field. Number 9, Isco. Number
And the second half gets underway.
Number 8.
Al Nassr can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
On the field.
This might spell danger. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Substitution.
Al Nassr, different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Barcelona are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've...
Face to face with the Inzaghi!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Passes short and sharp.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here. Messi really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Vieira. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Vieira. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Nicely weighted ball. This Kaká takes a shot! It's in! Do not write them off! Back they come! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Substitutions taking place.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Has a look and plays it forward. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Kaká. Now that looks a decent ball. Kaká, he has found the way through. Kaká's cross.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal. Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And here's Inzaghi. And that is expertly dealt with.
There will be one.
Roberto Carlos gets it away. He has a look up. Crosses it in here. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities, and neither willing to give in. Kaká claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?